Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Justin. Today I'm looking at the Mod Factory Mark II pedal from MOOER Audio. Alright, let's get started. So, I've got my guitar going straight into my amp, and then the Mod Factory is connected through the effects loop in the back of my amp. I don't have any other distortion or pedals on this other than what the amp is producing, so I've got a little bit of reverb from the amp and the distortion. So here's my tone without the Mod Factory engaged. So this video is going to be a two-parter. This pedal has so many cool effects and different settings you can have with it that I'd hate to really rush through. Stick around for the second half and I'll have that up very soon. I'll put a link in the description as soon as that's ready to go. Alright, so the first effect on this pedal is a chorus effect. For a little more extreme of a chorus effect, I brought the speed down to about 25% and the depth up to about 75%. You can see that blue pulsing light on the pedal there. That's actually the speed at which the effect is taking place. And I went clean for this tone as well, just to show another side of this. So this pedal can either be run in series or in parallel, and you can see how the light is flashing blue right now. That means it's running in series, which means the only output that's going to your amp is what the pedal is putting out. If you press that little button there, it'll switch it to red, which means it's in parallel mode, which means it'll mix a little bit of your dry tone in with what the pedal is actually putting out. Next up we have a flanger effect, and I brought the speed all the way down to 0 and the depth all the way up to 100. You can see that control knob is at 50, and at most of the effects on this pedal, it just controls the tone of what you're playing, meaning how much bass or treble is going on through your signal. On the flanger effect, that control knob does something a little bit different, and it actually controls the amount of feedback that's coming through. So here where I have it at 50, you can hear some of that feedback. That sweeping effect is evident, but it's not overwhelming. But kicking that control knob up to 100 will make a much more intense sort of sweep and give you a lot more feedback in that tone. It's sort of that airplane flying overhead effect that you get with a flanger pedal. My favorite effect for this flanger setting is to have the speed at about 0 and the depth at about 50, and control at about 50 as well. Alright, this next effect is one of my favorite on here. It's the Tremolo Effect. I have the speed at about 75%, the depth at about 75%, and the control right at 50. And I really like the Tremolo Effect on this pedal. It lies somewhere in the vein of like a Green Day with that nice deep warble effect. One feature on this pedal that I love that is just awesome, it's called the acceleration feature. And what it does is basically allow you in real time to speed up the effect that you're playing with. So right now I brought the speed all the way down to 0 and the depth all the way up to 100, and I'll show you exactly what that feature can do. And then if you put your foot down, I think that feature is just awesome. Alright, next up we have a phaser effect. I have the speed at about 25% and the depth at about 50. Now Now, another really cool feature on this pedal is that it's got a tap tempo mode on it as well. So basically all you have to do is to tap that button twice, the light will turn red, and then you just tap at the tempo you want to play at. And as soon as that light turns blue again, it means you're out of tap tempo mode, and it'll keep that tempo until you change it again. Alright, so next we have the Vibrato Mode, and basically what it does is gives you that little bend vibrato that you might make with your finger normally, and puts it automatically into the pedal. And if you bring that speed and depth knob up, you can get some sort of crazy alien or spacey sort of effects as well. It works really well for chords if you just want a subtle vibrato for an entire chord as well. Alright, so as you can see, this little guy really packs a punch. The Mod Factory Mark II pedal from MOOER Audio has a lot of really cool effects on it. I could see it being useful for all sorts of players and all sorts of genres. It's an overall quality item, a lot of fun to play around with, and something that's perfect for anyone looking to explore some new types of tones and some new types of effects. Thanks so much for watching.